Okay, I think we're live. Cool, we're live. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the live today. My name's Sean from Seller Smart. Got the juicy new T-shirt on today. I forgot to go live on Instagram, and I forgot to tell our community members that we're live. We have a free Discord community with over 1,500 members, so I'm I'm just going to let them know we're live. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm in a goofy mood today. You guys are going to have to bear with me. Okay, cool. We're live. So I am here to talk about Amazon FBA, hopefully help you guys turn it into a full-time income down the line. It does take a bit of time. It is not for everyone, and that's okay. If it's not for you, that's fine. But it is a damn good business model to get into, especially when you start to get good at it and you've been consistent with it, reinvesting, growing and scaling and everything like that. So we have been a company for over 2 years now. We have been developing a software that's now being tested by 30 people. We have a prep center, which we're expanding right now. We're just waiting for the solicitors to finish the bloody contracts. It's taken so long. We have got virtual assistant recruitment called Recruit Smart, amazing service where you can hire VAs that are fully vetted, trained and tested with experience. And we've got Amazon account recovery. We've got an account recovery expert in our team. And we've got one-to-one coaching and group coaching as well now. So we've got everything you guys would need in your Amazon FBA journey. You can come to us, but I'm not going to talk about Seller Smart this whole time. I'm here to actually help you. So if you guys have any questions around Amazon FBA, there's anything you'd like to know, maybe you can let me know in the comments. If you've been selling already, maybe you've just been thinking about it, let me know. I've been selling since 2023. Glenn Lacey, welcome to live, mate. Good to see you in here. Thank you for joining. And I had to take a bit of a hiatus, took a bit of a sabbatical to build Seller Smart. Then I wanted to get back into selling and couldn't because I had a Section 3. I haven't done a social media video on that yet. I need to do that. In fact, I may as well do that today, actually. And that's been cleared now. And things are going really well. Things are going really well in the mentorship for our mentees. They've been getting really good results. We've got a juicy feature in our software that I'm really excited to share with you guys. I think we'll probably do a video on that in the next couple of days. We want to capitalize on that early before anyone else figures that out too. Glenn Lacey, morning, mate. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. Herhan, welcome. 2438. Actually, I'm not going to make an assumption about that name. I don't want to offend if I'm wrong. Who've we got? Lack, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Hi, brother. How are you, my friend? How's things? Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining on YouTube. Right. So what was I saying? It's Halima. Hello. Welcome, Halima. Hairham. Where's Hairham come from? Is that a separate name? Interesting. Either way, hello, Halima. Halima and I had a really nice talk yesterday. She inquired about our mentorship. Really excited to see how you get on, Halima. Halima, unfortunately, is like a lot of people in the Amazon space where she got misled with the correct way to start. I think that's fair to say, right, Halima? Where, a lot of people want to get into wholesale or private label without having a huge amount of capital. And unfortunately, whilst they are good business models, you do need a lot of cash for them. So for most people, arbitrage is a better start. That's what we tend to focus on. Flipkart Finds 24, thank you for joining. Welcome to the live. And LTH, I see you in here as well. Welcome. Can I say your name on YouTube? I kind of feel like your name might get me in trouble. I'm just going to call you Lack. Lack, I'm good. I'm really good, mate. How are you? Weird day today. I am so tired. And when I get tired, I get really goofy. So you guys are going to have to tolerate that today. Yeah, nice to meet you, mate. Thank you for joining the live. I don't know if I can, my friend, because the second syllable of your name is a swear word, and I'm on TikTok as well, and TikTok doesn't like swears, even if it's your name. I don't want to offend. I do love your name, but I've got to be careful because of TikTok. Halima, my two daughters' names incorporated in one. Okay, that makes sense. I like that a lot. That's very cool. My family members are absolutely desperate to know the name of my daughter, but we're not telling anyone until she arrives, which is in 8 weeks. My Venezuelan partner's mother's been doing every emotional manipulation under the sun to try and get her to say what the name is. But we've kept it to ourselves. LTH, morning, mate. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. Guys, please let me know if you have any questions on Amazon FBA. If there's anything I can help with, that's why I'm here. I'm here to serve. Flippy Kaye, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I can call you Sunny. Okay, Sunny, very nice to meet you. Thank you. You've given me an out. I don't want to offend, but I also can't swear on a live call. Otherwise, social media platforms, the algorithms might misunderstand your name. Okay, so what was I saying, guys, before I jumped on the live? So Cal has developed something in our software which we are really excited to announce. I am torn whether I'm going to, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say what the feature is in this call. Halima knows because I had a chat with her yesterday. Please don't say Halima. And Flippy Kaye, I think you know as well because I told you yesterday. We'll probably do a call with our mentees tomorrow to go through the tool. Basically, the biggest problem that you guys face as new sellers, we think we've been able to solve it with a very clever tool. So we'll do a video on that soon. We'll probably offer that out to the general public for a very small one-time fee because it's really useful. But you know, we haven't figured out what we're going to do with it yet. But anyone who signs up to our mentorship gets access to our software for free while it's being developed. So if anyone's interested, do let us know. And yeah, you know what it is. Halima, since I spoke to you yesterday, we've had even further updates on it as well. And I told you 500 yesterday. This morning it was 1,000. So and that's not money, that's brands. So it was it's cool. It's a really cool tool. Cal is actually a genius. He's actually a genius. Okay, so I mentioned to you guys that we're trying to expand to a bigger prep center. We have been trying for literally like, I don't even know how long, like 4 or 5 months. We have one. We're really excited to move. You can imagine the content is going to improve so much when we have a bigger space to record in. So we're really excited about that. We just have to wait for solicitors to finalize the contracts. And yeah, if you wanted to join a prep center, Prep Smart is definitely a good choice for you to check out. I'm doing a lot of sales pitching today. I'll tell you guys what, I will limit that and I will answer any questions you have. Just let me know. I'm kind of just riffing as I go because I didn't prepare anything. I just jumped on. Glenn Lacey, looking forward to finding out on a call. Hell yeah, definitely. It is. It's cool, mate. It's very cool. It's very clever. We've got a few pending features that we want to develop. But yeah, anyone who runs a business will know, you guys will know, your to-do list is like a never-ending, constantly growing thing that you just have to prioritize some over others. And yeah, I think I heard somewhere Jeff Bezos has an entire team. Well, when he used to run Amazon, he has an entire team specifically to focus on the small tasks that always fall through the cracks. I can't remember what he called it, but I thought that was really clever. Hopefully one day they'll figure out ungating, hey? Unless someone else does in the meantime. Mazza, hello, welcome to the live, mate. Thank you for joining. Sunny, do you use Insta? Yes, mate. We are live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, I think. Although I've never seen anyone watch on X. We are live in many places and we do post everywhere. We were cross-posting our social media content on every platform. I realized that's not a good way to do it. The problem is if you do unique content on every platform, that's like probably 6 to 10 posts a day. It's a lot of work. So what we're going to do, I think for a little while, we're going to change Instagram. Instagram is going to be entirely focused on showing you what we're doing to build a business. TikTok will be for Amazon education and stuff, and I'm going to get back into YouTube long form. I think YouTube long form is a good way to go, so we'll give that a go. It's going to be a lot easier to do that when we've got the bigger warehouse for the prep center. I'm away from the rest of the team, so Reese and Cal are around Bexley, Sam's in Bournemouth, so it's tricky to meet up and collab, but I want to start doing more of that soon as well. It's good content, isn't it? And I really need a videographer for when I do. The boys and I are going to London on Tuesday to meet with some distributors, and I really want a videographer to come and follow me for the day like that. Because when it comes to me recording by myself, I don't know why I just don't do it. So I need someone to hold me accountable to that. When sourcing budget gets to about 4 to 5K per month, what would I be ready for the mentorship? When sourcing budget gets to about 4 to 5K per month, would I be ready for the mentorship? Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of, to be honest, it's kind of down to you. It's down to how much capital you can get hold of. As I say, we have one-to-one coaching and group mentoring now. We introduced that at the end of last month, and Mazza, who's in this live right now, Mazza joined that recently. Yeah, so it kind of the group is a lot more affordable. The one-to-one is for people who want more bespoke, hands-on support along the way. Me myself, I when I work with coaches, I really like to have a relationship with them. I like to work with them. Not only is it networking, but also, don't get me wrong, our group mentoring is really good. The stuff that we offer is really good, but the one-to-one bespoke, you can ask so many more private questions. You can get into so much more granular detail. So regarding your question, yeah, like have a chat with us at any point. We are offering payment plans. I have fully given up on finding a buy now pay later solution in the UK. We have a business coach ourselves, and he told us to just start talking to more Americans because in the US they have loads of buy now pay later options. So instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to offer up to 6 month payment plans for people that need those. Ideally less. They will have a bit of a surcharge on them because it's more cost and more risk. But yeah, we're just going to go that route. We didn't want to go down that route, but we're just going to. I tried. I couldn't find one. I tried so hard. I got rejected by a lot. Buy now, pay later providers don't like to work with coaches anymore. And as coaches in any niche, it's not just to do with Amazon. So we just got unlucky with our timing. Glenn Lacey, the prep center is very good. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that. That's really kind of you to say. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. And I'm going to send that to the team. That will make them very happy. Yeah, we're genuinely, guys, I say this on the lives all the time. We're not like young 20-year-old lads trying to capitalize on every bit of pennies we can get. We're in our 30s. We're all more experienced. We're all more mature. We know that we're going to make money in the long run. So chasing quick cash is not our goal. Our goal is to really build a relationship, really build a reputation. And we do that by making sure the services that we provide are as good as they can be. And I'll be fully transparent. We make mistakes. So does everyone. But I promise you, we're transparent when we make mistakes. We develop our process once we do. We learn from it, and then we don't repeat the same mistake twice. And hopefully I talk about that enough in socials to show you that, I'm not going to be someone out here who tells you we're perfect and we never make mistakes, because that's untrue. I would rather that you trust when we do make a mistake, we'll tell you and we'll learn from it. And because of that process, we have gotten to a point where our services are very good now, because we've been going for over 2 years. We've had a lot of time to develop them. And it will be the same for you guys in your Amazon businesses. You're not going to start. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. Day one, you're going to be scrapping, trying to find out what you do, not being able to find products, trying to figure out how other people are doing it. By month 6, if you've been like absolutely grinding away at it, learning as you go, developing your systems and processes, learning from your mistakes, you're going to be looking back at the place you started at, and you're going to be like, wow, I did not know anything. And that's okay. Like, the first step to getting sort of good at something is to be bad at it first. Kind of paraphrasing Jake the dog from Adventure Time there, but it's true. It's true. You have to start somewhere and you have to develop as you go. And the reason why I think it's important for me to say that is so many people are looking for quick results, which I get. We're in a world of social media now. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. This is a build wealth slowly scheme, business model. And it takes time to learn, just like anything. Anything that's worthwhile in this life takes time to master and craft, in my opinion, at least. Halima, can we pay on finance or one-to-one? Yeah, Halima, I was just mentioning that. So buy now, pay later providers that allow you to spread the payments to 12 to 24 months, they don't like working with coaches in the UK. So we have found it. I've been looking literally since November. I've been talking to so many different companies. And even with our, Seller Smart as a business, we've been going for 2 months. Our revenue is climbing very nicely in a way that buy now, pay later providers like to see. We have only had one refund the entire time we've been in operation, and that was a goodwill gesture. We've had no chargebacks. So you would think, to a payment provider, that's a really secure business to get into, but they just don't like working with coaches. So the most that we can do is about 6 months. Very rarely we might offer more than that. There's a couple of people in our mentorship right now who got a slightly extended version. But yeah, we can always talk case by case with people. Ideally, the one-to-one coaching is an investment. So ideally, we want to work with people who have a bit more capitals, just so we don't want you to struggle. We don't want you to overstretch your income to work with us. We want you to have enough cash. The group mentoring is there for those that can't afford it. And we've got so many free resources. Honestly, we've got so many free resources. We'll have the cheaper sourcing course that will be coming out sometime next week. I need to record my videos for that. Sam has done his recordings for that. I need to do mine, which again, I can do that today. And yeah, we're trying to work with as many people as we could, but we're a team of people with families. We worked for free in the first year, and that got stressful at times financially. It was challenging, so we can't do that forever, unfortunately, as much as we'd like to. We genuinely love working with people. Honestly, one of the best parts of our jobs is developing great relationships with the people that we work with. So for you guys, like Glenn, LTH, Mazza now, Halima from yesterday, you guys have joined the live so frequently. I feel like we've got a bit of a bond going. I really want to, if I haven't met you guys over a call at some point, I'd love to. We've got a good relationship building. That is honestly one of the best parts of what we do. I was talking to Reese Boy yesterday, and he was saying, how much time am I going to take off when my baby's here? And I was like, probably none. And I was like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to capitalize on the experience when it's here. It's the first time I've had a child, and I'm not going to waste that opportunity. Babies sleep a lot, and I love what I do. So of course I'm going to keep working. Of course I'm going to go live because I enjoy it. I wake up and I'm passionate about it. And I hope you guys get that kind of feeling as well. I say this all the time. Amazon isn't for everyone. But when you get good at it and you start to see results, man, is it addictive. And I hope you guys feel that same sort of passion. I love what I do. I love the idea that I don't have to wake up for someone else in terms of another business. If I can help you guys achieve one thing in this world, if I can help you be self-reliant and not have to be reliant on a job, that is going to be a life well spent, at least in my mind. Because I'm telling you, as soon as you do it for the first time in your life, it's like honestly, it's a cliche. You're disconnecting from the matrix if you can get to that point. I know it's a cliche, but it's so true. The analogy is so appropriate to how it feels. I've said previously before, it's like being a 17-year-old getting your first car and you're truly free. You can go anywhere you want within the realms of driving on four wheels, obviously, but it's such a good feeling. And I really want you guys to experience that as well. Caleb Dog, I like your lips and teeth. That is saucy, my friend. Thank you for the engagement. I'm going to screenshot that and show my missus. She'll find that really funny. Unless you are secretly my missus. In that case, Caleb. I don't know why you called yourself Caleb. Okay. Deep. How the heck do you pronounce that? Deep. Mate, I'm so bad with names. Deep. I have no idea. Hey, nice to meet you. You've got 19 viewers. Could you please slow down your talking? Yeah, sorry. So I am really tired, and when I'm tired, I get a bit wired and goofy. So I'm probably talking a bit fast. Apologies. I will try to slow down. We can have a lovely, calming, relaxing conversation today about Amazon FBA. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you come along for the next ride. LTH, my second month of leads is a lot better than my first month, so going to hit 4 to 5k faster than I expected. LTH, that is music to my ears, my friend. That is really good to see. Right. So LTH, and to everyone else in this live today, I have a prompt that I put in our beginners chat of our free Discord community, right? If you go to the pinned chat, there's a prompt that you can put in a LLM, in a large language model, in an AI. LTH, you are a perfect example of what I'm talking about there. You had a month. Your second month is even better. I'm not going to promise you and say all of them are going to be like that. But if you keep reinvesting that money instead of taking it out and keep compounding that growth, within 6 to 12 months, you're going to be laughing, my friend. You're going to be doing really well. So congratulations. All of that is from your hard work. Keep it going. Even when you hit obstacles, just don't give up, right? Keep moving forward as long as you enjoy it. Obviously, if you don't enjoy it and it's not for you, I don't want you to do something that stresses you out, and it does for some people. We've got some really big sellers in our community. Some of them get really stressed by how much money they have invested in Amazon, and I personally, I would, if it causes you that much stress, I don't know if it's for you. I just don't feel that way at all. I've had so much capital tied up in stock before. I don't feel the stress of that personally, but to each their own. I think if you are someone who does feel the stress of that, you need to try and figure out a way to reframe it, because you're not going to be in it for the long term if it causes you a lot of stress. QZen, welcome to the live. How can I apply? QZen, I'm going to give you a follow. If you follow us back, I can send you a message. Well, to be honest with you, someone in our team will send you a message. We can schedule a call and we can just have a chat. That's how we like to do things. We like to meet the people that we work with. We want to get to know you. We want to figure out if we can help you. And yeah, would love to meet you, mate. So give us a follow. We can't message you unless we're following each other. Halima, yes, I would like to join the family. You guys are cool and have everything in one place. Appreciate that, Halima. That's really nice of you to say. We try our best. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was a journey. It was a journey. We didn't know when we first started Seller Smart, we didn't know what we wanted to be. We were Amazon sellers who developed software and developed automated Airtable databases. And in the first year, we were kind of trying to figure out what it is we're trying to be. And then we realized we're going to be the first ecosystem that covers everything in-house. And I'm sure eventually people will try and copy, but we have built such a protective moat around our business because the level of work that goes into doing it is so unbelievably hard. You know, the prep center, the VA recruitment, the software, all of those are individual businesses. And we've done them. We've got like essentially 4 or 5 businesses in one, which is why it's taken us a while to get a lot out. But yeah, I'm very proud of the team. They've done an incredible job. I'm a very lucky man. Reese, Cow and Sam, they're amazing business partners to have. Shout Alex, I've not seen you in here for a long time, my friend. How are you doing? How's things? Have you managed to get back into the game, or are you still in a bit of a downward period at the moment? The person who last sent a YouTube comment, Gina, thank you. Thank you. Halima, LTH, are you in the one-to-one or in the group? Appreciate it, mate. Looking in these lives and asking questions here, and Discord has helped a lot. I'm really glad to hear that, mate. But as much advice as I've given, you've done the work. That's the important thing. You've done the work. You've done the hours. You've hopefully applied what you've heard. So congratulations to you, my friend. Keep it going. Neither just yet. Hopefully soon. LTH, keep winning. Absolutely, keep it going. Sonny, you're back. I didn't even know you were gone, my friend. Welcome to live again. I don't know about you guys, but where I'm based in the UK, it is absolutely pissing it down today. It's so loud from my window. Don't know if it's the same for you guys. Shout Alex, all good. Thanks for asking. Back on it. Really good to hear that, my friend. What's new with you, Alex? Is the photography stuff going well as well? Alex in the TikTok chat is a very talented photographer for anyone who is interested in that kind of thing. If anyone needs a photographer one day, Alex is your man. All right, let me try and replicate your comment there, Sonny. I think I nailed it. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm so tired today. And when I get tired, I get goofy. You're going to have to just deal with me. I'm sorry. Okay, right. Let's get some. I've talked a lot about Seller Smart. Let's talk about Amazon FBA, shall we? So let's do. Give me 50 Amazon. Okay, right. Okay, when is the... Okay, most of you are going to be doing Amazon FBA. When is the right time to do FBM? I think that's a really good question to have. So I like to use FBM when I think a product is going to become saturated and I want to sell it quickly. So I know people who will buy stock and they'll list it and sell it as FBM before they've even got the stock, hoping that they get it in time and can sell it on time. And that's a really quick way they can turn around their cash. I don't personally recommend that. It can go wrong. If you don't have the stock available to send it, you can affect your seller metrics as an FBM seller. So I don't recommend that. What I do like to try myself is if I'm doing an Amazon to Amazon sale and I want to sell stock quickly without having to send it into FBA, without having to pause, that's typically when I'll do FBM. If I want to test the product and I want to see if I can get buy box time, I'll usually test it with a small amount of units with FBM and then I'll send it into FBA. There is a time and a place for FBA versus FBM. You just have to remember that FBM fulfilled by merchant, you're always going to have to sell it a little bit cheaper than FBA sellers. So you need to factor that into your margin. In Seller Amp SaaS, if you go into your settings, you can enable inflation, which allows you to calculate your profit based on your FBM costs. For me, I use Yodel because I can ship via Yodel for £2.25, which increases the profits. But that does mean I probably get less buy box time because Yodel is a 2-day delivery for £2.25 for me. And your buy box is allocated based on how quickly you can get the product to the customer, your stock count, your seller metrics. So the faster you can ship the product, the more time in the buy box you're going to get. I think for most people in this live, for most people listening, you're probably going to be best sticking to FBA. But there is a time and a place for FBM. Just make sure if you try it, set your settings correctly before you list your stock, because you don't want to get in trouble having FBM metrics that you can't hit. You know, FBM, it's always good to get those orders out same day with the right shipping and keep on top of it. You know, if you've paid for the right shipping label, but they've delivered it late, Amazon is going to negatively impact your stats sometimes. So you need to tell Amazon, hey, here's the tracking label. I did everything I could. And you need to keep on top of your stats. All right, let's go through. Okay, sorry, Alex, you said the photography is going great, but always looking for clients. Thanks for the shout. No problem at all. Shout Alex, I will give you a follow. Might need you one day. Yeah, you're not based anywhere close to me. The missus and I want to do a baby photo shoot, so it would have been good to be closer to you. We're going to have to do some random one from a high street nearby soon, but that would have been good. I am terrible at photography. I really need to try and improve it. Right, okay. Okay, right, so I got a really interesting difference between arbitrage and private label to tell you about, right? So Amazon realized I don't do private labels. So before I go anywhere, I just want to highlight that I'm not advising on PL. I do not feel comfortable giving you guys advice on something I haven't done personally. I'm just saying this is a really interesting little adjustment Amazon did, right? So private label, if you're going to go that route these days, you need to be a full-fledged marketer. You probably need to advertise on and off Amazon's platform. You probably should be selling on multiple platforms. That's why we stick to arbitrage and wholesale. It's just so much easier, so much less risk, so much more of an opportunity to make profit versus losing money a lot of the time. So where I'm going with this, right? Amazon realized that a lot of people who do private label, they were attracting customers with their social media and they were sending stock to Amazon, but Amazon was still charging them referral fees for them getting the customer, which when you think about it, doesn't make any sense. So when you see as an arbitrage seller, the referral fee, that is your expense for Amazon giving you a customer. Amazon is the largest marketplace in the world. It has the highest consumer trust in the world. You could argue they don't treat their staff as well as they probably should. And you could argue they don't treat sellers as well as they should, but they treat customers really well. And the referral fee is the fee that they charge for giving you the privilege of a customer on their platform. And whilst it can seem like a frustrating thing, sometimes it can be low, sometimes it can be even 20%. You have to realize that if you're trying to build a brand off Amazon, it's so hard. The cost of advertising is so high because no one knows who you are. Everyone knows Amazon. Everyone trusts it. Everyone uses it. So essentially, it's a tax on the privilege of selling on the platform, and it's a cost I'm willing to pay. Honestly, to get the highest consumer traffic in the world, it is unfortunately one of those costs that is worth it. SXMZ1, do you have a prep center we can use? Yeah, my friend, you're on TikTok. So can you see this one up here? It says one-to-one coaching, VA recruitment, prep center, account recovery, software waitlist. No, I thought something was missing. Yeah, we have a prep center called PrepSmart. We've got virtual assistant recruitment called RecruitSmart. We've got our software, which we haven't given a brandy name yet to. We just call it the software. Probably should come up with something. We've got Amazon account recovery. We've got coaching. We've got a free community. We've got loads of free resources. So we've got everything you would need in your journey as an Amazon FBA seller. Just checking. Hi bro, you play Minecraft? Mate, I don't. I've not. I tried to get into it. I like to play games that have a story and have a bit of purpose, and with Minecraft I felt like I was just doing the same stuff for no reason. But that's just me. The missus and I are playing Hogwarts Legacy right now. Honestly, that's the first game I've played in months. Previously to that, we were playing the Halo series. Halo 3 is probably the best game of all time in my opinion. I'm not really much of a gamer at the moment, to be honest. I'm a bit of a sad. I can't swear on these lives, can I? I'm a bit of a sad fudger where all I do is work and spend time with the missus. So I probably should play a bit more games. I said on the live the other day, I've got a Latina who likes video gaming more than I do, and I don't utilize it. Most men would dream for that. So I probably should start playing a bit more games. What's the charges for the prep center? Okay, my friends. So if you click the link in our bio and either go to our free Discord community or go to our website, on the drop down, you can see prep center. You can also just go to sellersmart.io/prepsmart and our prices are on there. We're very competitively priced. Let me bring it up on my side. I'll bring it up on my side so I can be specific about pricing. Okay, right. So we've got a subscription of $29.99. That's because we have automations that no other prep center in the UK has. It costs us money to do it, but I promise you it's worth it. We turn around your stock within 24 hours most of the time, and you don't have manual data entry on your side. It's completely automated. It is so clever. And our prep clients love it. Who was it earlier? Glenn in this live earlier was saying he's been having really good experiences with the prep center so far. If you're selling between 500 and 1,000 units, that's 45p plus VAT, 1,000 to 2,500, 40p, 2,500 plus is tailored pricing. If you do a lot of wholesale with, high volume, obviously we work on prices. And I do believe we've never lost the prep client. I think we've got 45 clients right now, and we're expanding to a bigger warehouse. Cal is a genius in our team. Cal's a genius. He's our developer. So we're able to do things a lot of other companies aren't do because we have developers in-house. That's why we're able to build everything. And the new system that we're going to use going into the new prep center is so good. It's so good. So we're really excited for that. It's one of the cool back-end processes that we don't really talk a lot about in social media. I don't know if people would even find it interesting, to be honest, but it's interesting to us. You know, it's very cool to see your processes develop over time, at least to me. B Prakash, what are the monthly plans for the mentoring thing? So welcome to the Live Festival, mate. B Prakash is a awesome member in our free community, and mate, it's so exciting to see you post your messages. I was saying this the other day, right? When you've been in Amazon for long enough, you kind of become numb to the numbers. You can do a really, really profitable month and it's really exciting. But the more you do it, the more used to it you get. I think it's called the hedonic treadmill. You just become normalized to seeing those numbers. So B Prakash is in his early stages. He's getting really excited. It's like all the experienced guys in the community love seeing that because, it's just super exciting to see. When it comes to the monthly plans, we can and will start offering up to 6 months plans. You need at least 5K to invest in the one-to-one mentoring, unless you go for a 6-month plan. In that case, maybe a bit less would be fine. You basically just need to make sure you have enough to buy stock. We also have group coaching, which is a lot more affordable. We won't stretch that out to 6 months, I don't think. I think the most we would do for that is like 3 to 4 maybe. I promise you it's worth it. 130 positive reviews, no negatives. Clients have been getting incredible results in there, and we've got an amazing community in there. You know, everyone helps each other. You get access to our software, weekly group calls with the community that are recorded. You get access to all of them. If you go one-to-one coaching, you get a private channel where you can ask as many questions as you like. We've got cashback and reward services that even the people in our community, even the people in our mentorship who've been selling for years, they didn't even know about these things, and they've been making a lot more profits in implementing them. Yeah, we're very, very proud of it. It's the entire team working with you for 6 months, so it's well worth the investment. SXMZ1 $29.99 including packaging. Bro, I can't send you a link because TikTok always stops the link being sent. I don't know why. I must have a setting somewhere that I need to turn off. If you go to our free Discord, I'll tell you what, my friend, give us a follow. We will drop you a message. If you give us a follow, we'll follow you back. I'll send you a link so you can go through pricing. Obviously, it's not going to be $29.99 for everything because the prep center would go out of business with that. There are other costs, but they're all listed transparently on our website. And yeah, just jump in a call with us or drop us a message and we'll send you the link. I can't send it over TikTok Live for some reason. I was thinking to buy it soon as I'm back to work and want to go full throttle. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Be precautious. We haven't jumped in the call yet, so why don't we do that? Like, no pressure. We're one thing I hope people would agree. Anyone who's had calls with us, if we don't think it's the right idea for someone to join working with us, we won't push it. We're not a pushy sales company. But if you want to jump in a call, have a chat, and see if it's the right decision, or if not, see when is the right decision. Then yeah, let's schedule a call. SXMZ, I'll go check it out, bro. Thank you very much. Also, I've applied on your Discord for the chat, but it's still processing. I can let you in right now. Jay, if you're in this live, can you drop some people messages? SMXZ, I'm assuming you are 9990, right? I'll tell you what, I'll drop you a message. Oh wait, you've already been messaged. Yeah, bro, Jay in our team sent you a message before joining the community, but you haven't responded to the DM on Discord, so take a look for that message. I just tagged your name. We get a lot of scammers coming into the service, so we have to, the reason we ask you questions before you come in and then we check you're a human, it's just because we get a lot of bots, so we have to do it. It's just one of the, okay, perfect. I'll get you added in now. Thank you for responding. There you go, added you in. And I'll tell you what, mate, on Discord, I will send you right now, I will send you the link to our prep center. I just realized as well, our prep center web pages are a bit old in comparison to the other ones. Reese and I are going to have to look at improving that. I didn't even realize that until today. Oh, I'm not going to say that name on here. Definitely don't want to get. I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get in trouble. I've got a bit of a dark sense of humor though, so that made me laugh. Chats on Discord are really promising. Very cool. Glad to hear it. I just heard a ping from somewhere. What was that? Okay, right. Let's go back to the talking topics. Please, guys, let me know if you've got. Oh my lord! I just realised I've not been doing my clicker. Can you, if you get any value from these lives, can you give us a follow and tap the like button? It really helps push it out. I usually have a little thing that I forgot to turn on today. That's why it's been quiet. And if you've got any questions, please let me know. Certainly helps. Okay, right. Okay, right. So what? Okay, Amazon buy box suppression. That's a really good question. So can you sell on a listing where it has a suppressed buy box on Amazon FBA? So the short answer is yes, but you need to do your analysis of the listing and you make sure you're profitable at the cheapest price. So usually as an FBA seller, you're not really paying too much attention to FBM sellers unless they're really low on price because they're not competing with you. You're only competing with FBA sellers for the most part. When it comes to suppressed buy box listing, that kind of goes out the window. You are going to be selling it at the cheapest price. That does not mean you have to be the cheapest price. That means whatever the cheapest price is on the suppressed buy box, you need to match that. And as long as you can sell at a profit for that price, it's worth selling. Suppressed buy box listings can actually be really good because a lot of people avoid them. listings that don't have sales ranks but actually sell the product, they can be really good. A lot of people avoid them because they don't know how to analyze the listing correctly. We're living in a world with algorithms and data, but it isn't perfect. Keeper is an incredible software tool, but it has errors sometimes. Frequently less and less, I've actually noticed. But if you can read a listing, even when the data is bugging out and not shown correctly, that's going to give you opportunities that a lot of people are going to miss. It's all in the analysis. It's all in the analysis. If I'll give you an example, right? If the sales rank on the listing is not showing correctly and it says NA, not applicable in terms of how much the product is selling per month, what you can actually do is you can go into the offers, you can go to the sellers on the listing and you can set it to 30 or 90 days, whatever you want to do. And you can manually count if their stock is going down in a month period. Flatline drop-offs are an indication that their stock has gone from one fulfillment center to another. That doesn't count. But staircase down, that's an indication of sales. Manually counting sales ranks is another way to check if a product is selling. And taking the average sales rank and applying it to the category that you're looking at. Jungle Scout has a free sales estimator. Ascent had one. It hasn't been working the last 2 times I've tried. We actually built one as well, but we didn't release it. I don't know what Cal's done with that. But a Jungle Scout, you can use it. You can say the category you're selling in, say the marketplace. You can say the average sales rank over the last 30 to 90 days, and that will give you an estimation of how many times that product is selling. Remember, it's an estimation though. AI will replace salesmen. Potentially. I think there's a good argument that AI is going to replace a lot of jobs in general, but you have to remember that we are deeply social animals. Humans are evolved to be very social. So whilst AI, I think, is going to be very impressive, I don't think it's going to be human to human connection. And I think the best salespeople are ones that can get a good human to human connection with people. It might replace people in sales. It also might not. There is a very strong argument that there might be like a split in the market where AI is categorized in a certain way and human content or sales is categorized in another way. I guarantee you there's going to be lots and lots of people who refuse to work with AI and only want to work with humans. So you could argue, even in customer service, actually, this is a really interesting take that I saw the other day. Even in customer service, it's very likely that some businesses are going to start charging premium subscriptions for customer service where you deal with humans and not AI. And it's because people like to talk to people. Until the point where AI gets way better than people and it saves people a lot of time, in that case, yeah, who knows? But it's an interesting time we live in. You know, we're an AI company. We've got AI integration into our software. I'm a big AI optimist as long as we prepare for it, which I don't think we are preparing for it. But, 99% of the world at one point were farmers. The tractor came around and then everyone lost their jobs as farmers, but we figured it out. Humans are super adaptable. So I like to think that whatever happens with society, we'll be able to figure it out. Who knows though, right? Got to keep positive. Otherwise, what's the point? Halima, you've been tapping away. I really appreciate you. Thank you. There you go. I got the clicker going there. It's got some good traction already. Okay, right. What else have we got? So, all right, this is a question we get all the time, especially from new sellers. How do I get reviews as a seller, and does it matter? So the short answer is yes, reviews do matter. They do have an influence. When you go onto listings where you compete against other sellers with massive amounts of reviews, it's very likely that they're going to get the buy box over you, and very likely that they're going to be able to charge more than you and still get the buy box if they have massive accounts, like tens of thousands of reviews. Amazon is really cautious with psychological manipulation of customers. So it used to be that you could create custom email templates. You could make a sale and it automatically would send an email template to the customer. Mine used to say, I'm a small business in the UK. We would really appreciate any feedback you can give on this order. It helps us grow. I gave that to a bunch of people. I got that one from Sam, who's the head coach in our mentorship. I got loads of reviews with that. Amazon discontinued sellers being allowed to do that. You're only allowed to use Amazon compliant ones. So you can use a tool like ours. Our tool will automatically send review requests. There's also Sage Mailer, which you can use for free for a certain amount of orders. You can send Amazon compliant emails at certain times of day, and they are better than not doing it at all. But the Amazon compliant ones do not nearly work as well as the custom ones that used to work, unfortunately. You have to be careful though. If you try to do custom ones, you can get banned from sending messages at all, which is really bad. Cal, who's the developer in our team, he got permanently banned from sending messages to customers because of Sage Mailer. And I don't think Sage Mailer ever actually did anything about it, which is quite disappointing. I don't blame them, because with Amazon, it's kind of arbitrary whenever they're going to enforce policies or not. But yeah, you just have to be really careful. So if you're going to go down that route, do compliant ones and don't stress too much. Honestly, that is one thing that you can't control. What you can control is you can control automatically enabling sending them emails. What you should focus on are actions that you can actually apply. So instead of going, I'm going to make 10,000 revenue this month, instead think of the steps that you have to take to achieve that revenue target. Because at the end of the day, you can't control Amazon's algorithm, but you can control spending enough money on stock, getting it sent into Amazon on time, developing your database, developing your knowledge of brands. Those are things that you can control, and those will compound over time. So I think from a KPI, key performance indicator perspective, you should treat yourself like a virtual assistant. You should set yourself targets. You should monitor the workflow that you do. You should review your performance over time and analyze yourself, even if it's with AI. Use Claude or GPT. I think Claude is better these days. Put your performance into Claude and say, hey, what am I doing here that I could do differently? Here's what's been getting results. Here's what hasn't, and develop over time. If you treat yourself like a VA where you're developing and growing and learning, you're going to get a lot better performance than if you're just winging it all the time. And sounded like a tangent, but all of that is to say reviews are important. You can't really control them. Just make sure you're sending compliant emails and focus on the things you can control. I keep ordering something from Currys. Every time I order, it gets cancelled, even though I've been changing location multiple times. And it says in stock, I haven't managed to get even one unit. You might have been banned. It might be a stock issue. Have you tried a different email, a different IP, and a different shipping location? You're not going to be able to change your billing address. That's going to be fixed in place. But if you could try a different IP address, a different shipping location, a different bank card, and a different name on the account, you could try that. That might work. You might just be getting unlucky with that stock. Who knows? People on YouTube are crazy. Oh, has my sound? Oh no, my people on YouTube are crazy. It seems all of our trollers seem to come from YouTube. Don't know why. Still good engagement though. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, so I'm guessing you guys are aware of this, so I still think it's a good idea to cover it. Really important when you're doing your analysis of a listing that you pay attention to variation listings. So at one point in time, I was giving advice that if Amazon says bought in the last 200, bought in the last month 200, I used to think that that was associated to the variation that you're looking at, because if you change variations, the bought in the last month can change. But I'm not sure that's entirely true anymore. Sam's not sure either, because it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent with what we've seen and tested. It's inconsistent with Keeper and with SellerAmp. And you have to remember, when you're reviewing a variation listing, even though the sales on SellerAmp might seem really good, it might not be the variation that you're looking at that's selling. So an example, you might sell a pair of shoes that come in 3 different colors. That's 3 variations of one product. One of those listings, black, yellow, and red shoes, the black shoes might be selling really, really quick, and that might be artificially inflating how good the yellow and the red shoes are performing. You might think that the yellow shoes are really good to sell, but actually the black ones are the ones making the money. So it's really important to get good at reviewing variations. SellerAmp, unfortunately, you can't rely on it. Keeper is the way to do that. You can do that in the Keeper graph. you can find the ASIN. It's much easier to find the ASIN. Look at the review count and look at the percentage of reviews. Typically, about 100 sales to a product gets one review on average. It's not always that. So if you have a variation listing with 3 different variations, one of them is getting 80% of the reviews and the other 2 are sharing the remaining 20%, that means the 80% listing is the one making the most sales. So it's really important to be aware of that, okay? You don't want to be caught out, because if you buy variations that don't sell, you're going to be stuck with that for a long time. It was only available for collection. To me, it kind of sounds like that might just be a stock issue on Curry's side. Have you tried to buy anything else from Curry's? It could just be a stock issue for that one. Curry's is a really good one, and if guys, we actually have a free discount gift card portal. Curry's is a really good one to use discount gift cards. I've sold so many products that had no competition because no one else realized they could buy it because I was using discount gift cards and no one else was. So use our portal all the time. And if the cards aren't available, raise a ticket in the chat and request them. Typically, they can find you cards within a couple of hours. It's really good. It's really good. And not enough people are aware of it. I need to shout it out more. It was something I worked on for a long time to bring to the community a long time ago. It doesn't provide us any financial reward at all, really. It's very, very tiny. Genuinely, it's basically no money, but it's so valuable to the community. I really wanted to get it added in there, and it's worth it. It's really good to do that. It might be, I haven't tried buying any other. The margins were good. I need to take a look. Yeah. Have you tried to go in store to buy it? That could be a retail arbitrage opportunity if the margin is really good. Yeah, give it a look and try. Flippy Kaye can agree after our call yesterday. I didn't actually see what that was responding to. I didn't see what that comment was responding to, but hopefully it was positive. Thank you, my friend. Righty, how are we going? 51 minutes. Okay, I'll probably go live for an hour today. As I said, I'm knackered, but I'm here trying to be consistent. Good God. Okay, right. Sorry, getting random comments from trolls. Okay, so stranded inventory. Should you action stranded inventory, and what does it mean on Amazon FBA? So the short answer is yes, action it as quickly as you can. We've split tested this in 2 ways. If you handle stranded inventory straight away, that influences your IPI, your inventory performance index. That score is really important because if that score is good, you get more time in the buy box. Same as your account health. If your account health is good, you get more time in the buy box. So action stranded units, stranded inventory straight away. Basically, that means that Amazon has your stock at their warehouse without a listing it's associated to. So all you need to do is create a listing to fix the issue. Exact same thing with products that sell out. When a product is sold out and the last remaining customer has paid and it's fully processed, delete the listing as soon as possible. As soon as you delete the listing, that has a positive influence on your IPI scores. That affects your time in the buy box. We split tested this a lot. Doing it as quickly as you can does work. So just keep paying attention to those metrics and keep on top of compliance issues as they come. When you get a compliance issue, action it straight away. You get an IP, try to get it cleared straight away. Keep on top of your invoices. You get an authenticity complaint, never accept it. Never accept an authenticity complaint. Always try to get it removed. Amazon used to be really good with IPs and with authenticity complaints versus ungating. Ungating was a repetitive, you have to keep reapplying. Unfortunately, authenticity complaints have gone the same way. We just had someone in our live call yesterday said, I can't remember who it was. It might have been LTH actually. Someone had to reapply for an authenticity appeal 5 times before it was approved. Sam, very temporarily, he bought a product from a wholesaler that we work with. He got an authenticity complaint. We have all the information for him to get it cleared. Temporarily, it only gave him 3 attempts to appeal, which is absurd given that they are not checking the evidence to clear it properly the first time. But after a couple of days, that went away. So I'm wondering if Amazon is going to implement that. And I wonder how many lawsuits are going to happen if they do, because that is absolutely not okay. You can't give people 3 opportunities to an appeal if your system is broken and doesn't accept an appeal when it should work. Obviously, Amazon mediation is there for people who need it. And we have an account recovery expert in our team there who can help for people who need it as well. But yeah, very interesting to see what happens with that. Squicky Quackady, how? Hello. Okay, how do you do FBA? You join our free Discord community, you download our free course, you download all our free resources, you get Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS, you learn how to source, you don't rely on lead service providing groups, you make money, you reinvest your profit, you keep growing and scaling, you don't take any cash out until you have to, and you eventually outsource. You develop systems and operating procedures. You use our software to automate a lot of the tasks. You delegate to a virtual assistant. You get to a point where your business is operational with few hours in the week. Sam does 2 million a year and he only works in his business 10 to 12 hours a week. And that's how it works. You use a prep center to outsource your prep. That's typically the life cycle of a seller. You just keep building and growing over time. Rees, do you do Amazon to Amazon? No, A to A, Amazon to Amazon. Yes, I do, my friend. We do Amazon to Amazon, OA, EU A to A. We are a specialist in European Amazon to Amazon, and we do wholesale. That's primarily what we focus on. Probably we'll test unique bundles at some point. Haven't done it yet. Amazon to Amazon is really good. Probably not the best choice for people with limited capital. If it's UK Amazon to Amazon, EU A to A, you can get started straight away. Our software has EU A to A capabilities built in, so you can join the waitlist and sign up to that with the link in our website or our Discord. And that's being tested by 30 people in our mentorship right now, and everyone's hopefully getting very excited because we got some damn good features in there. A to A is incredible. Sometimes you need to hold your stock for 2 to 3 months, so that's why we advise caution with people with limited stock. He's reading from a script, LMAO. Dude, you're talking... Daddy, okay, hold on. You've sent me a lot of comments here. Dude, you're literally talking SH1T. Your IPI doesn't change based on listings. Incorrect, my friend. We've split tested this. When you sell out of a product, let's say you've got like 150 listings. If you sell out of a product and you delete the listing quickly, that will increase your in-stock rate faster than if you don't. We actually tested this in our stores for quite a long time to split test and see, and actually does have a positive influence. Appreciate the comment and the engagement. He's reading a script. That is the best compliment I've had in ages. I go live all the time, my friend. I go live all the time. I've done this a lot at this point. I don't have a script. Excuse me. I don't have a script. I probably should start lesson planning, but anyone in this live who joins regularly will tell you a lot of the time I'm just trying to figure out what to talk about. I use Claude to give me some prompts and then I riff. That's how I like to do it. Even in our content, I don't like reading from scripts. It just doesn't work for me. I tried. Effing disgusting grifter. You don't need to listen to grifters like this. First tip. You got some massive effing earlobes, man. What is with YouTube with the hate comments today, guys? I'm a person. I'm just a man. You can feel that way, my friend. You can feel that way. We've been a company for 2 years. We have 130 positive reviews, no negatives. We have a very loyal community. We got a free community with 1,500 people. We worked for free for a year. We worked with loads of people for free. I feel like we've paid our dues with showing you that we actually are one of the few people that actually care. We want to help, but I understand the healthy skepticism. I get it. I'm not gonna hate on you for feeling that way because I've seen what other creators are like. To each their own, though. Does the seller doing A to A have to store the stock themselves before sending back to Amazon? It depends on how you do it. If you want to do UK A to A and the listing gets saturated because it's competitive, you might have to hold on to the stock. You can send it into Amazon's fulfillment centers. You can do it with FBA. But if you have to hold the stock for a long time, that's going to cost you in storage. So you have to be aware of that. If you use a prep center, your prep center can store it, but that's going to cost you money because prep centers charge for storage. Sometimes it's better to just hold the stock. I have quite a lot of stock in my house. I'm sure every Amazon seller does. But as I say, if you have less than 2 grand, let's say, if you have less than £2,000, I don't think Amazon to Amazon UK is the right choice, because what you want to be doing, you want to be making profit, you want to be reinvesting as you go, and you want to recycle your money as quickly as you can. So if you recycle your cash with OA, with online arbitrage, if you think about it like this, right? If you have 2K and you've spent it on Amazon to Amazon, and you have to hold your stock for 2 to 3 months, that's 2 to 3 months of your money not being recycled, making profit, and being reinvested back in. So for someone with very limited capital, it might not be the best choice. You don't always have to hold your stock though. A to A can be really good. It's inconsistent, especially when you're just getting started. It's uncertain if you're going to be able to recycle the cash. So try EU A to A. EU A to A is really good. You can do it with SellerAmp SaaS. As I say, you can join the waitlist for our software. There's loads of different ways you can do it. Will having a SH1T haircut like you, will I have more consumers? Will having a bad haircut like you, will I have more consumers? You'd like to hope it would make your grammar better if your hair was good too. You are right though, I do need a haircut. That's fair play. My missus keeps telling me that too. It's not hate, man. I respect your big earlobes. Oh my God, man, they're huge. For a second, I thought you must box or something. I do box. I do box, and I haven't done it for a while, but I do jiu-jitsu. I don't have cauliflower ear yet, though. But thank you, earlobes. That's a new one. I like that. I buy 90% of stock with gift cards across 6 different portals. Flippy Kaye. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I was really confused, right? When we developed the portal, we have a discount gift card portal. When we developed it, I was really confused that most people in the UK don't do this, because this is a really big US thing. When I started to learn Amazon FBA, I started learning from Americans on YouTube. Whilst what you learn, like the fundamentals are the same, the markets do have their differences. And releasing our portal, what we realized is a lot of people are scared to use gift cards because of accountancy, but they're perfectly fine. You make more profit using gift cards. So just talk to your specific accountant about how they want to track it. Everyone is different. We use Smartly with a Z. They track it differently to Sam's accountant. Everyone is different. So you just need to talk to your accountant, see how they want to track it. But yeah, very profitable. People in the UK sleep on it, to be honest. So if you can do it above others, then you're going to be getting more profit. How many sourcing methods do you teach? Alan, welcome to live. There are loads of different methods that you can try, mate. I don't really think the whole there's a secret strategy thing. I don't think there is. Just like anything, just like in martial arts, someone mentioned boxing just now, just like in martial arts, mastering the fundamentals is going to get you better results. So email newsletter sourcing, that's a banger of one. Learning where people are buying brands from with storefront sourcing on SellerAmp, that's another one. Manual sourcing can be really good once you've developed the flow and brand knowledge. What else is there? Top cashback and reward sites, that can be a good way to do it. There's loads of different ways to skin a cat. If you're going to do Amazon to Amazon, you definitely need Keeper deals or Keeper filters. Keeper product finder is the way to do that. But yeah, we teach lots of different ways. Just like a virtual assistant, the more strategies you follow, the less likely you are to be consistent and find stuff. What we found is if you stick to 1 or 2 and master them, that's better than getting overwhelmed with analysis paralysis. So it's better to just figure out what you like. And bear in mind, sourcing is a repetitive task that takes time. So if you're getting if you're putting 3 or 4 hours a day into sourcing, right, and you hate what you're doing, you're not enjoying it, that's not going to work with you long term. You need to enjoy what you do. So figure out what one you're good at, figure out what one you can do long term, and just master it. That's what I would say. So much personal stuff, you're getting noticed clearly. Yeah, YouTube, I don't know what it is with YouTube. It attracts some really angry people for some reason, which is interesting because YouTube is a really positive platform these days. Guys, I was only going to go live for an hour today. It's been an hour and 4 minutes. I appreciate your time today. Even the haters out there, thank you for the engagement. I appreciate you. So my name's Sean from Seller Smart. The team and I have been going for 2 years now. We've got 15 people in our team, which is really exciting. We've got a prep center, one-to-one coaching, group coaching. We've got loads of free resources. We've got a free Discord community with over 1,500 people. We've got virtual assistant recruitment. We've got a prep center. We've got an Amazon account recovery expert in our team. Genuinely, whatever stage you're at, we can help. We're here. No pressure, of course. Really appreciate you joining the live today. I will be live tomorrow. Sam's been on holiday this week, which is why he's not been about, but he'll be back next week. And I keep saying Reese and Cow are going to join me at some point, but we'll see if they do. Halima, thanks for sharing valuable information. No problem at all. Thank you for joining and tapping like. I hope you guys have a lovely day today. And yeah, we'll see you in the free Discord. 1 hour and 5 minutes. Okay, right. I'll leave it there.